Hello everyone, it's Kari from sunshineonmypocket.com. Today I have an unboxing of the Hedgehog Hollow September kit. This is full of beautiful, awesome Halloween items, but they can be used for other things too. Like for example, these bottles here, it's a 2-layer stencil and you can do the bottles and then it's got some liquid to go inside, some bubbles, there's some toppers there, like cork toppers, and we're going to use that stencil today. Then there's this, which has candles. This is really cool. You can put the drippy parts on, and then there's the little flames as well. So that can make a beautiful, beautiful background. And then we've got this stencil, which has some large sentiments on it, boo and trick or treat. So that's really awesome. And then also included is this set of papers. Now I always love the papers that they include. This one is beautiful. Lots to choose from. Look at these stars and they're double-sided. So we've got both sides to look at here. And there's some great Halloween colors. This one here on the back says spooky. Let me turn that the right way there. We've got bats and stars and cobwebs, some more flowers and pumpkins, and then it does repeat. So you get 2 of each paper there. So plenty to choose from. I have to admit that I am a collector of paper. I love paper, but I rarely use it on my cards. I'm going to use some today just for a background. Look at this stamp set though. All the details, lots of images to choose from. There's some smaller potion bottles, pumpkins, some little skulls, some ghosts, a witch's hat, and then we've got this sentiment stamp set here. I put a spell on you and now you're mine. I'm going to use that one today. Feeling wicked. You've got me under your spell. Boo to you from our crew. Happy hunting. Lots to choose from. So 2 stamp sets, 3 stencils, and some of them are layering stencils, and then also the paper set. So a really lot in this kit. I'm going to go ahead and make a card for you today. This one, I was just so excited to use these bottles. And so I'm going to go ahead and do some easy stenciling and create a card. I had so many ideas of what to do with this, but we're going to start out with something pretty simple by just taping off those extra parts of the stencil. And I'm just going to start stenciling on all 3 bottles to this card. This is an A2 size card, so it's 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. And I'm going in with some light blue. Today I've got the Icy Mist ink from maker Forte. It's perfect for bottles. And then I'll put this other one here and mask off the other pieces and just ink that on a really light blue. I'm keeping in mind that I want to put the liquids inside these bottles as well. And also that I'm going to be cutting this panel down a little bit. So I left a little bit on that right side there so that I could do that. And now I'm going to go in with the liquids. So I'm going to use some of my favorite Halloween colors, starting with a purple. I'm going in with Sugar Plum. This is a Maker Forte ink as well. So I'm just going to ink that right over the top. Just giving it a nice bit of purple there. And then I wanted to add those bubbles. So I have my White Flurries ink. This is a white pigment ink, so it will go right over the top there. And I needed to tape off that top so I could get that top bubble on there as well. So there we go, nice and light. That looks really cool. And then for my other 2 bottles, I'm going to use some green. But I like the Cotswold green for this. And I'm just taping over that other bottle so I don't get the green over the top. But bottles are transparent, so it's okay if you get some of that coming through the other bottle. So look at this. It looks so cool. That Cotswold green is perfect for Halloween. I feel like it's the perfect Halloween green. So I love it. Now this one, again, I'm taping over that bottle so I don't get too much green ink over the edge. But really in the end it worked out just fine. I took that mask off and added a little more over the edge there so I didn't get such a harsh line, and there we go. Now for the bubbles on these 2, I'm just adding some darker green to them, and I'm changing the way that the bubbles are. So like I turned it upside down for that one and changed where they were positioned in this one up closer to the top of the glass bottle. And now I'm adding this crossbones with some purple on that center one. Now I didn't think of it when I was making this card, but there is a skull in that stamp set that would fit perfectly over the crossbones, and if I would have realized that, I would have stamped it out and cut it out and popped it up on top, but I didn't do that. So if you do this, then take a look at the skull that's included in the stamp set. I'm adding those cork bottle toppers just using some flat white ink, and now I'm going to take a Copic marker and add some dots so we get that texture of the cork. And I'm just doing this really quickly. I'm not really thinking too much about it. Doesn't matter if it's perfect because these are potions. So now I'm just choosing a little character that I wanted to add, that bat right there, and then there's a wand on the top of this stamp set that I thought would look really cool over that sentiment. And the sentiment I chose says, "I've put a spell on you and now you're mine." It has me thinking of a cute Disney Halloween movie and a sequel that might be coming out really soon. So I really loved that one. I think it looks great with these potions too. I stamped the sentiment and the wand, and I'm stamping that little bat separately. He would look cute upside down or right side up, either way, whatever you decided on this card. I decided to kind of have him on one of those corks, like he's balancing on top of one of the bottles. He's a little mini bat. So cute. I'm coloring him up in some purples, and I chose these purples to match the potion in the center potion bottle. So you'll see that he kind of matches. That's why I stuck with these colors of purples. So we've got V15, V22, and V20. And I'm just going to go through this and go over it a couple of times. I always like to color it once and then go over it a second time. For the ear center of the ears, I colored them in black and dark gray. I know that it's kind of hard to see. It's a smaller image, so on the video you're really not able to see the coloring as well, but you can see that I'm adding the extra shading in once I finish coloring it the first time. And I always think that it dries back a little bit more than I expect it, which is why I go in with the darker colors and then blend them through once again. So here he is all cut out. Look how cute he is on top of that one potion bottle. And then I'm going to use some of the pattern paper that came with the kit to be the mat of this. I wanted to use just a plain black, but then I decided I've got all this great paper in here, so much to choose from. How about an orange? But that didn't really sit well with me. So I decided to go for the black that had all the different orange and pinks colors of images, and I thought that would look really cool for the mat. So I'm going to cut this down to be the size of my card, and then I did trim down the panel that we stenciled on so that I would have a little bit of that peeking out all around all the sides. There we go. I'll just trim that down right there just like so, and that's going to look perfect with the little bat popped up. And I will use some foam tape for him, and I'm kind of popping him up a little to the side there so you can read the entire sentiment. I'll glue all of that down to my card mat and the card base, and the copy center I took it to cut my card bases crooked, so I'm having to trim all of them now. So I just trimmed that, and then I colored in the wand and added a little bit of English mustard yellow ink to the center and kind of blended it all out around. A little bit of Stardust Stickles really helps with the magical feeling of all of this, and then I added just a touch to each of the bubbles in each of the potion bottles. That's really going to make it pop. And I'll hold this up so that you can kind of see it. When it dries back a little bit, but you can see that glitter there, and that looks really, really fun. I hope you enjoyed this project today and taking a look at the new September Hedgehog Hollow kit. If you're interested, to head on over real quick. These sell out fast, and the last day to get it is the 14th of every month, because on the 15th they announce the one for the next month. So you don't have much time left. Hopefully there's still a few left if you're interested. I'll put a link in the description below, and I'll be back soon with more card making inspiration. Thanks for stopping by. Bye-bye.